Hey guys, it's your bro Rich here again. Today in this video I'm back with another car explanation video for y'all. And today I'll be talking to you about one of the craziest looking vehicles, or craziest looking non-street legal vehicles ever made. And this one was a bit confusing when I first saw this vehicle, because this looks like a combination of two, like a car and a bike welded together. I'll tell you. Today in this video I'll be talking to you all about this vehicle that was featured in Top Gear. Well, talked about, and it was also seen as well. And this is one of the craziest. So today I'll be talking to you all about the Dodge Tomahawk. That's right, Dodge Tomahawk. So this is gonna be one of those crazy looking vehicles I'll be talking about, because considering this was it's one of those cars that we've never seen at all, because it was never really like legal at all on the streets. I mean, it was in production, but it was never street legal, ever. So it's very rare that you really see this. But well, it still looks freaking damn cool. So before I tell you all about this car, make sure you guys all like the video, subscribe, comment below what y'all think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so alert of when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so without any further ado, let's begin. So the Dodge Tomahawk, here we go. So the Dodge Tomahawk was a non-street legal vehicle, um introduced in 2004, year before I was born, by Dodge, by Dodge at the NAIS, North American International Auto Show, as a one-off concept. And later that year, um, Daimler Chrysler, Daimler, Daimler, Daimler Chrysler, announced they would sell handcrafted. So Daimler Chrysler announced they would sell handcrafted reproductions on order. The Tomahawk attracted both significant press and industry attention for its striking design. um, its outsized displacement, 10 cylinder, so it's a V10 motor from the Viper, and its four close coupled wheels, which give it a motorcycle-like appearance. Experts on whether it's a true motorcycle. Um, the retro art deco design's central visual element is the 500 horsepower. So 500 horsepower naturally aspirated Chrysler derived 8.3 liter V10 motor from the Gen 2 SRT10 Viper. So it's a 500 horsepower naturally aspirated 8.3 liter V10 SRT10 motor from the Gen 2 Viper sports car. Well, supercar technically, sports car, supercars. The Tomahawk's two front and two rear wheels are sprung independently, which would allow it to both lean into turns and countersteer like a motorcycle. Alright, so moving on. So the manufacturer is obviously by Dodge. Parent company was Daimler Chrysler AG. So that's the parent company. Production was from 2003 to 2006, so not really long, only 3 years. Only 10 were made in total. The class was a concept vehicle and it was a limited production. Like I said, 10 were only made. For the motor, it's got a naturally aspirated Viper derived 8.3 liter 506 20 valve 90 degree it says a Viper-derived, naturally aspirated 8.3 liter, 506, 20 valve, 90-degree V10 motor. It made 500 horsepower, which was claimed. So it was claimed to produce 500 horsepower, and it made 525 pound-feet, 712 Newton meters of torque. Transmission was a 2-speed manual. As for suspension, it had horizontal double fork suspension from the front. Not sure about the rear. Presumably might be the same. I don't know. As for the brakes, there were 2x16 piston rotors at the front and 8 piston rotors at the rear. As for the tires, they were all 20-inch tires. 4 inches at the 4 inches. So 4 inches at the front and 4 inches at the front and 5 inches at the rear. So there are 20-inch tires. Wheelbase goes in that dead on straight at 1900 millimeters, 76 inches. Next is dimensions. Length 2600 millimeters, 102 inches. Width 700 millimeters, 27.2 mil. So 700 millimeters, 27.7 inches for width. Height, 940 millimeters. 36.9, well, 37 inches in height. The seat height was 740 millimeters, 30 inches for seat height. For the weight, with fluids and all that, it's claimed to weigh 1,500 pounds. 1,500 pounds, 680 kilos. That's claimed. Dry weight, possibly, maybe it's a little bit less than that. That was a package. Anyways, so for the weight, it's claimed to weigh 1,500 pounds, 680. 1,500 pounds, 680 kilos. That's claimed with the fluids and all that. So it means fuel, oil, coolant, brake fluids, all that kind of stuff. As for the fuel capacity, it has a 12.7 liter, 3.35 U.S. gallon tank. For the important gallons, it's 2.79. So it's 12.7 gallon tank, almost 13 liters for fuel capacity, which is not that bad, but still it's like a low amount. So the Tomahawk's 2 front and 2 rear wheels are sprung independently, which would allow it to lean into corners and countersteer like a motorcycle. Alright, so moving on. So Dodge press releases and spokespeople gave various hypothetical top speeds ranging from 300 to as high as 420 miles an hour. I was like, that's literally fighter jet territory. Planes go faster than that. Over 500, 600 plus miles an hour? Nuts. Usually 1,000, usually 1,500.